Well, hello. I am so happy you could join me today because today I am going to share one of my favorite pieces from a composer who is Russian. Do you know who I'm speaking of? Did you say Tchaikovsky? Yes! And the piece I am speaking of has a rhythm that sounds like this. Listen. Have you heard that rhythm before? Of course. It is, yes, the march from the Nutcracker. Well, the march is a very lively and exciting piece, and it is played during a special time where the adults and the children are playing games, having fun. They are dancing, enjoying Christmas Eve. So what was the Nutcracker and his toy soldiers doing while all the adults and children were having so much fun on Christmas Eve? I think they were probably trying to search for the Mouse King. The Mouse King and his mice who were trying to get Clara's chocolates. They couldn't let that happen, could they? No, no, no. I am sure they were searching for him because when I listened to the music, I could hear parts where I think that they were moving high up on the toys. You know, the blocks, maybe the trucks, maybe the dinosaurs that were under the tree. Some were wrapped and some were unwrapped because the children had been playing with them. And under the Christmas tree, it must have been a little dusty and a little cramped, because I am sure that their journey was not an easy one. Would you like to join the Nutcracker and the toy soldiers as they search for the Mouse King? Of course you would. If you have a scarf, you can grab it. If you don't worry, you don't need one. Okay, let's move back a bit so you've got enough space around you, and let's see if we can try the Nutcracker's march. Now, how would a Nutcracker march? Well, of course, they would march very sharply. Yes, just like that. And they're so polite that they would always tip their hats off when they bumped into a toy that was under the tree. We're going to march 2 steps in that direction and tip your hat. 2 steps back. And then we're going to march 2 steps forward, tip your hat, and 2 steps back. Let's give it a try. Are you ready? Here we go. It's march, march, tip your hat. 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 You did it! Great job! But there's more. Now, in section A, music, you are also going to hear music that sounds like the Nutcrackers moving all over, searching for that Mouse King. When he searches high and low, so he must travel up the toys, you know, the blocks or the presents that are there. They've got a lot of climbing to do. When we think that he's moving high, we're going to move our hand in a sideways figure 8, just like that. Can you do that? Great work. Can you make a low figure 8? Yes. Okay, now the challenge. We're going to do 1 high figure 8 into 1 low figure 8. Let's see if we can do it. Here's the high, and here's the low. Awesome. High and low. Great work. You've got it. I think you're ready to do the moves for section B. What does the Nutcracker and his soldiers do? Well, of course, they must dust off their boots. Could you imagine how dusty it is under the Christmas tree? I can only imagine. So can you place your heel out like that? And we're going to go dust, dust, because they have very shiny black boots that they love to keep clean and nice and polished. And they also brush off their beautiful red jackets. They go brush, brush, brush. Let's put that part together. Are you ready? Dust, dust, brush, brush, brush. And then just to make sure that Mouse King isn't anywhere near, you better take a peek for him. They went, look, 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 look. They looked high and low. And then, of course, their other boot. Are you ready? Dust, dust, brush, 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 and look, 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 look. Awesome. Now in section C, you're going to hear a very exciting part of the music. It is when the Nutcracker and his soldiers ran into the Mouse King and his mice. What did they do, you ask? Well, of course, the Nutcracker used his magic scarf to poof him away. Where would he go? We don't know, but I think it worked. Let's try it. Can you take your scarf or your hand and make little circles from high to low? 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Tiny circles all the way down. And on this side? What do you think happened? I think they were poofed somewhere else, perhaps way over there behind those big presents. Who knows? But at least they're not near us anymore. Okay, I think you are ready to give it a try. I loved your very sharp marches, and I saw how you went up high and low, searching for the Mouse King and his troop. Amazing! And I loved how polite you were, always tipping your hat to all the toys that you met along the way. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait for the next Nutcracker story.